What's up, everyone? Robin here, trading futures, SP 500. I am trading using two screens. And I'm just gonna, yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna Alright. Okay, so my streaming is on. Okay, like that. So this is my chart, and I can show you. I'm also looking at this one. So we use the higher time frames first. So this is the daily, hourly, and 15 minutes. As you can see, we haven't taken previous days high or low. And we do have January high breached 2 days ago. And the low is also breached. So we can remove them and make this the current swing high. These levels are important because once you reach them, modern terms are using liquidity sweeps and shit, but that's not accurate at all. It's just the pulse of the markets. When you get a new high, people want to take profit. New high, profit. And people see it as overpriced, returning down here. And as you can see, the EMA line's pretty accurate. Should I bought more here? Okay, so when I trade, I do a few different things. I do look at previous day's high and low for profit targets, and I do look at today's price action as well. So we're gonna flip to my trading. Ah, shit. Okay, so I'm not gonna use this anymore. I know what I'm gonna do already. So I am trading Apex. I just need to log in. Nice. They changed the website. Oh dear. I do have two PAs. I lost my PAs last week due to some impulse trading. Learned my lesson. I'm just gonna do like this. Alright. I learned my lesson. These are my PAs. Up 1,000 or so. This is my brand new account here. We can grab along right away. Because I trade multiple setups, and this setup in particular are the Tom Hugard school run setup, which means you get the 15-minute time frame here. Where's the tools? Alright, so you get the 15-minute time frame. Maybe I shouldn't spend risk that much. That's 1,000. My entry should have been here. So you take the 15-minute time frame. The school run strategy is you wait for the second 15-minute candle to print, and once that candle prints, you mark it up. Whichever side is breached first is the side you're gonna trade. We breached long here, so we should have had a stop order right here, ready like that. So we should have been long here. We would already be up 5 points. And as you can see, I have 2 minis. That's because the accounts it's literally $19. So I take one and I try to full port it once. If it fails, it fails. Yeah. It's $19. It doesn't mean a lot. At least we got the original entry here with a massive position that's most likely gonna lose. Maybe not. We can do it. Excuse me. 4, 5. We can take off a couple. So we need to make $3,000. As you can see, it's kind of a slow day. And since I'm streaming, I'm thinking I should do this properly. So I'm just gonna do one contract. One contract for $18 risk. That's 900. That's okay for a funded account. That means I would be up 1800 up here. I do think we're gonna reach this level. Almost through 3,000. So I could do a 3R here and try to profit of it. As you can see, I am up a K here, a K here. I am not gonna make more money on these ones. Oh, what? Oh shit, wrong account. I'm not gonna make more money on these accounts today because it's a 30% consistency rule, which I don't like because I can't trade more than once. But that's what it is. I don't choose the rules. So yeah, this is just a school run setup. There is a type that's also called the aggressive school run setup. That means you wait for the 4th candle that's printed in the day. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it goes above, we long. If it goes below, we short. It went above. We would have lost. Went below. We would have lost again. That's why I don't like that setup, but it's a good setup if you know how to read the markets. But as you can see here, we are consolidating a lot. So I'm not doing anything extra here. I used to trade Nasdaq, but I recently decided to go over to ES because my mentor trades it, so I think it's a good thing to trade for that purpose as well. It's very slow, so you have time to think about the setups, how you should trade them. As you can see, very slow. So it requires a lot of patience. We're just gonna sit here. Could go over to see what the others do. Alright, that's me. Not what I'm looking for right now. Patrick Whelan, Tanya trades.
Wrong
Wrong one.
Expand my horizons just. It's over.
Yeah,
basically
right.
to.
So I used to look at Patrick Whelan when he had just a couple of thousand subscribers. He is very good. He's entertaining as well. Nice. What I like about him is that he's kind of transparent. I'm not gonna start it right now. And he's also looking at stuff.
Look at NASDAQ over the last, like...
Yep. I am not gonna entertain that currently. I do look at her stuff, it's really good. Why is it look... oh, never mind. 15 here, 1 hour here, 1 day here. Wrong with these bars. Why is it? They're not looking the same. Here when we look at the 1 hour it looks like that. Here it's just weird. I'm not sure if this setup is gonna happen today. Daily we do have targets here. I don't think we're gonna go down because yesterday swept 2 days of price action, traded down to the 50 EMA. 4 hour are making some moves and it's in a bit of a bullish pattern here. Let's mark up that. as a possible target. If we flip. Gap isn't large either. However, even small gaps today or these days are dangerous. So here we have, well, it's not small, it's 100 points, but on the ES it's always looking small. I'm thinking we maybe we should maybe flip. Possible flip here. Let's just, yeah, we flip in, and now we're ignoring my setup that I was trading and focusing on my regular setup, which is, well, it's, how to explain it? I trade EMAs. Right now we are in a difficult position because we are at the 220 EMA, which is the 1 hour 20 EMA. As you can see on the blue line here, that's the 20 EMA. And looking at the 5 minute here, the 220 is the same data as the 1 hour 20 EMA. So the current setup is happening here. Stop loss should be at the previous high. Target maybe there. Let's go for the 1 hour, 4 hour low here. Could go for the 1 hour once it happens, but not yet. Okay. Stuff is happening now, hopefully. Yeah. It's moving. $500. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not gonna close it early though. I'm just using a mini. I should have used micros. That would have meant I could close some at 1 hour. I'll do that now though. lot of risk here. I'm doing 700. That's a 700 trade at least. Maybe I'm gonna try to go for 1.8R. Germany going down. Okay, going down. Okay. The CFD made the new high here. We didn't. Okay, yeah, we did. YM have been a really nice scalping setup all the way down up there. Not sure if I should take this profit. Nice. Let's see if we go down here. What we gonna do? What we gonna do here? Okay, so it's rejecting so far. Can't find it. I'm gonna let that run a little bit. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a thumbnail going. As you can see, I don't really know what that is. I'm looking for that picture. Actually, rejecting. Oh damn. trade that shit anymore. Let's do that. Oh damn. The shady thing about Apex though is that when you have a setup here, you know, I'm down, I have lost 800 on my drawdown here because it's trailing. That's complete shit, but what can, oh, are there news today? It's just the boring thing about trading, but it's also the nice thing. Get time to get time to think about your setups. That's always nice. At least we're gonna get one more leg down. I'm gonna double up here. Right here. Not looking good, bro. Type of trading I do, it's hard with it's really hard with Apex trailing drawdown because sometimes I hold my positions for like a day. They can go to break even as well. Yeah, this account is blown already. Okay, so since I made 1.3k today, I do have to make 4.3 thousand total. Since I have made 1,298, I need to make 3,000 more, and I need to trade for 7 days. So I can do about 500 every day, which is nice. I do need to get over my trailing drawdown. I want it to be as high as possible before I take payouts. Okay, so we're pushing. How did a 15 look like? Yeah, if I did my setup here. We're chopping around. That's not gonna take us anywhere. So do we trade this? No, we don't. We're bar shopping all the way here. As you can see here, my setup would have gone long here. I would have lost here. My setup the next time happened right here. You know, a flip. No, it actually didn't. It happens here. So I went short here. Flipped. switch. Another 1 hour gone, so I would have lost 2 hours here. It's not a good trading day. The reason may be guy. Didn't do much. Before we can do anything, do wanna see is close above that high or that low. Yay! How to get views live streaming on YouTube. Edit video? What? Nice. Ah, less nice. Why can't I see the countdown? Why can't I see the bar countdown? Oh yeah, I can. So I should not be trading 2 minis here. Which account am I on? Which account? EA, fuck. Do this. Right. We're trading above. I think we're gonna be fine. not a fan of Apex trailing drawdown. Even though I'm not really in a loss here, the trailing drawdown is dragging me down right away. I'm not gonna full port this in case it goes the wrong way. Since I was plus 700 and now I'm negative 100, that means I'm 800 in draw. That's why on my PAs I take quick profit, and it does work really well. I'm gonna blow this one. I forgot I had this position on. It's been on since here. It's gonna... The good thing about Apex is that you can buy one for 19 bucks and full port it. As long as you know you pass. And I have been taking at least 12 grand in payouts this year so far. It's a month in, and that 12 grand is, yeah, I have a couple of hundred. I take a few dollars of it to pay for my full port PAs, but this was a very stupid position. I broke my rule. As I said previously in the stream, I should have waited for first high or the first low to be broken before I do take my entry. I didn't wait. Just see if I can full port my way out of this. I don't think so. So I started with Apex now because my other prop firm, Funding Ticks, they just closed our accounts. So I had to find a new one. And I have used Apex before. I just don't like the trailing drawdown. It's terrible. Looks like we're not gonna lose this account just yet though. Yeah. We are gonna lose it. What's happened now? Oh yeah, we lost it. Nice. So the idea for me was to take these. Since this is the main account, it's at 1242. I need to make 4.1 grand before I take a payout. But that's good, that's very good, because I can take 2,000, I'm still gonna be above my drawdown. However, if I just take 1,000, I'm gonna increase my drawdown. Previously on Apex I had 34,000 in drawdown, which allowed me to take pretty decent sized setups. I took 3 minis at a time in a funded account, and I did very simple setups using it. I just followed the EMAs. It was last year, but for example, let's see, it was something like this. We had breached, traded above the open, and in the afternoon we did the reversal like here. Then the setup I made 34 grand with was just buying at the 20 EMA. The blue is 20, the black is 50. It doesn't mean as much, and the 220 is and they all are 20 minute, or they are all 20 EMAs for different time frames. So this blue is for 5 minutes, the black is for 15 minutes, and the orange is for 1 hour, EMA 20. Then I look at the daily sometimes too. The blue one is most important for trading. But in investing, I like to purchase shares at 220 MAs. So here I would have been starting to buy in March. I would buy here, I would buy here, because that's when I get my salaries. I would have hit almost, I wouldn't hit the bottom, but I would be making decent money on this. That's like 30% ago. But yeah. So I'm not gonna take more positions today. I usually don't trade after 11. 11 right now, so I do trade London as well. And the thing is, I use different setups. On the London, I do the school run. It's Tom Hogarth's second candle strategy. You buy above, sell below. And as you can see today, we're just shopping. We need to close above or below. And I also do rule of 4. It's a FOMC setup. You wait for the 4th 10-minute candle, and then you long or short. You have the aggressive school run, which is a 5-minute setup. Wait for the 4th candle, buy above, sell below. These are very simple strategies if you actually follow them. I trade them on my personal account. That's the only things I trade on my personal account. So I do one setup a day, which could be 2 entries in that day. And then I just do trend following setups, like here, shorting. We do short here as well, and here as well. We would have lost this one maybe. This one would be profit and a loss. And here we have seen momentum change, so we would have waited for retracement into the 20 EMA, 220 EMA, long, 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 long. Here, short, loss. Now we're waiting. And this is on the 15-minute. On the 5 it looks much cleaner. So yeah, I'm gonna start live streaming. I know I don't have any views, but I'm gonna clean it up and make it better throughout the time. Get better microphone, get some video footage of me maybe. Well, yeah. But now it's weekend. I did some profit on these ones. These 2 loss. I do full port. This was 19, this was 19. I have about $1 grand left in funded account budget that I have laid off. So I could do 50, maybe 60 of these accounts, just full porting. But on these ones I do micros. So yeah, that's about it. Fridays are boring. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video or live stream.